Code Monkey get up, get coffee. Code Monkey go to job. Code Monkey have boring meeting with boring manager Rob. Rob say Code Monkey very diligent, but his output stink. His code not functional or elegant. What do Code Monkey think? Code Monkey think maybe manager wanna write login page himself. Code Monkey not say it out loud. Code Monkey not crazy, just proud. Code Monkey like Fritos. Code Monkey like Tab and Mountain Dew. Code Monkey very simple man. Big warm fuzzy secret heart. Code Monkey like you. Code Monkey like you.
Oh, hey. What's new, Dino Dudes? It's me, the Media Raptor, and welcome back to another episode of the Media Raptor Reviews. So, I'm sorry I've been gone for 2 weeks, Dino Dudes. Things have gotten busy between work, my life, several other things going on. I just haven't really had time to film reviews or even just watch movies in general because I've been so busy with other projects. I am still working on another pretty big review, and I'm getting stuff together for the 1,000 subscriber special, which is coming very, very soon, I hope, because it seems like we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. That is awesome. But anyhow, how about we talk about something simple and fun tonight? Spider-Man Far From Home, the 2019 newest addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I believe the first Marvel Cinematic Universe movie to not have a Stan Lee cameo. Sucks. Still, let's talk about the movie itself. If you don't remember my review on Spider-Man Homecoming, and don't worry, barely anybody watches my reviews, so don't feel bad if you don't remember it, I thought it was really good. Fun, entertaining, action-packed, a great new design and take on Spider-Man. Tom Holland was a great actor, and I loved what they did with the characters. It was a fresh breath of air that didn't feel like another rehashed origin story that definitely took the character in the right direction. So, what could a sequel possibly do? Well, the sequel does everything right. It continues with the great characters, adds some more humor, more heart, a new villain who I dare not spoil what the villain really is. It is one of the best plot twists I have seen in a long time, and it is so perfect. And here's the thing, if you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you've already seen this movie. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I was pretty late to the party on this one, so that's my bad, not yours. Anyhow, Spider-Man Far From Home continues with Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man, who I think might be my favorite because, well, he gets both the nerdy, science-loving kid and the Spider-Man being a teenager who has superpowers thing down perfectly on both regards. He's a very likable Spider-Man, and, well, every character in this is extremely likable. Ned is still Ned, he's hilarious. MJ, I was kind of wondering what her character was going to be like. I really like her. In fact, I think that she and Spider-Man have both great chemistry in terms of just being friends, and I think romantically they get along really well. The other characters we get to meet, such as Mysterio and Nick Fury making his return, they're all great. Part of that is helped with the fact that the script is incredibly solid. Extremely memorable? I'd be hard-pressed to say I'm going to remember everything about this movie by next week. There are certainly several things about this movie, such as some plot twists and some really cool action scenes, that I won't forget for a bit, as it certainly did feel kind of unique even for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It wasn't just a, oh, we take down the one bad guy, we win, hooray for heroes, sort of thing. It is that, and it is kind of predictable, but there are also a couple twists that really you don't see coming, and some twists that, while predictable, are still fun. And that's the main thing about this movie. It's not trying to set up the next Avengers movie. It's not trying to be the next Endgame. In fact, coming off of the heels of Endgame, it had a lot to do, which was namely, be good and not and also understand that it's coming in at the heels of the biggest superhero movie of all time. And I think it does pretty darn well. Although I am just kind of surprised how they kind of handled the whole snap. I don't really want to go into it because a lot of it was just in the very beginning of the movie, but there were some things I was kind of questioning. How long has this been? Because I don't think... Well, they make some jokes about it, and I was kind of thinking, I don't think you would be making jokes about this considering what had happened in what seems to be less than a month. Maybe I'm completely wrong, I don't know. Anyhow, the movie itself is still really entertaining. Part of that is helped by the fact that the acting is phenomenal from every actor. I could list them all off, but really I'd just be wasting time. But let's do it anyways. Tom Holland, fantastic as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Jon Favreau, I love that he's back as Happy. Happy, they gave him more character in this, and he's really funny. Jake Gyllenhaal, I love him as Mysterio. Mysterio was always a villain I never really knew much about or really honestly cared all that much about because, well, I didn't read a lot of Spider-Man comics growing up. My main introduction to Spider-Man, aside from the Raimi films, which the third of them was my favorite, fight me on that, was the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon, and that really was a spectacular cartoon. Now, I don't recall if Mysterio was in it that much or not, because it's been years since I watched it. I need to buy that thing on Blu-ray and binge it, because I loved that show. Zendaya, she's been popping up in a lot of stuff these days. Smallfoot, Spider-Man, and she always does a fantastic job. I remember watching her when I was younger on Shake It Up once or twice and thinking, oh, cool. And now looking at her now, I just think, wow, what do you know? A Disney star who didn't turn out horrible. I am not apologizing. Is there anything bad with this movie? Well, depends on what you want to call bad. The special effects might be the biggest issue with it, with the fact that they do tend to rely on a lot of CGI. And as such, the CGI is rather noticeable in a few scenes, but when the CGI really has to be good, like for the scenes where obviously Mysterio's whole illusions and stuff like that, when it has to be really top-notch, it really is top-notch. It's creative, inventive, and looks really cool. There's a lot of really neat visual designs, both on the costumes, and on set pieces, and on monsters, and on all sorts of stuff that really makes this movie fun to watch. Other than that, there are a few other things I could say were issues with the movie. For one, there was no really memorable score like there was in Homecoming, and as such there was also no song like Blitzkrieg Bop, which I kind of get not every movie has to have pop culture songs, but I don't know, I think it worked in that. What else? There's a couple subplots concerning other side characters that are meant to be played for comic relief that I think could have been cut because they were just kind of there to pad out the movie. And in one or two spots I did kind of think, wait, where are we in this movie? I feel like we should be somewhere else by now. But that really didn't... Those were not deal breakers on the fact that I think Spider-Man Far From Home earns a solid 3 Raptor Claws out of 4, and I can highly recommend it. If you're a fan of Spider-Man, you've probably already seen this movie. If you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you've already seen this movie. If you are getting tired of superhero movies, don't worry if you skip this. You're not going to miss anything huge for the next big crossover, aside from the post-credits scene, which I'll be honest, I did not like. I don't want to go into why, because if I say anything it'll spoil it, but I didn't like it. Not sure where they're going with it, but yeah, I was not a fan. But yeah, overall, there is more than enough stuff for you to enjoy this movie. Spider-Man Far From Home is just a fun movie, and I think that's all it's set out to be. Fun entertainment. And with the amount of quality that went into it, both in the acting, the comedy, and the action, there's not much to really make it complain. So yeah, go check it out if you haven't already. That's pretty much my final verdict. Fun, action-packed, great, fun. I don't know. Anyhow, Dino Dudes, thanks for watching the review. Until next time, this has been the Media Raptor, as always saying keep cool, and I will see all you Dino Dudes around. Later. I felt my neck crack when I did that, and it hurt, but it also felt good. Yeah, I've been hitting the gym a lot. My body's really sore and stuff. Oh well. No pain, no gain.